Welcome to my SummerSlam immediate reactions recap from all the matches. One of my personal favorite pay-per-views of the events for the wrestling for WWE. A lot has changed, so it's a lot of different superstars and all that stuff. And I have some background noise. Hopefully, it's not going to be too bad. But I'm still going to try to push through it for tonight. A hell of a pay-per-view. A couple good matches. Some matches that were really short on the short end, I would like to say. I end up missing one of the matches, the Miztourage and Jeff Hardy. I thought the Hardys at first didn't even have a match scheduled for SummerSlam. It was pretty crazy, but I guess it was like a breaking news announcement that they didn't even announce during the shows this week at all. This past week of Raw, on this week's Raw episode, I want to say. But they end up having a match. The Hardys teaming up with Jason Jordan and taking on the Miztourage. So I ended up missing that match. But I have the other matches I was able to catch, a part of the kickoff show. So I'm going to go through each match and then give my reactions towards the end. Lots of different surprises and shocking wins, especially towards the end there, that I didn't see coming. So the kickoff matches I was able to see. Neville taking on Akira Tozawa for the Cruiserweight Championship. And my pick was Akira. I thought he would retain the championship, but unfortunately Neville ended up recapturing the Cruiserweight Championship. So much for a run for Akira Tozawa. I like both of them. Neville's a good heel, and he's had the Cruiserweight Championship for a while now. So I was pretty surprised that they gave it right back to him. They didn't even give Akira Tozawa a run for the title. They just had him hold it for like a week, well, a couple days, I'll say, and then they just gave it right back to Neville. But I don't know what they're gonna probably do. I don't know what happened to the other cruiserweights that used to be on the show, like I think Cedric, and then I think Rich Swann was another one. Brian Kendrick used to be on the show. TJP, or aka TJ Perkins, and all the other superstars. What happened to them getting into the Cruiserweight title pictures now? I just see a couple Raw superstars competing on the show for the Cruiserweights. So I don't know what's happening with them, unless they just have matches that come on showcasing for 205 Live, because I don't have the network, so I don't know what else they're possibly doing with those other superstars that are part of the Cruiserweight division. Elias Samson didn't have a match. He was just out there performing with his guitar. So I thought he'd probably have an opponent, but he just ends up doing like 2 different songs to get the crowd going. I guess that was just a filler while we wait for this match here that was basically the match of the show. I would like to say the best match of the entire pay-per-view. Even though this was not supposed to be a kickoff match, it was that good of a match. The New Day versus the Usos for the Tag Team Championship for Smackdown. This was the best match, and I would say skip all the matches, in my honest opinion. If you're not interested in checking out the other matches of the whole show, definitely check out this one. This was really long, lots of good moves, good spots. It was pretty surprising. I thought the New Day would actually retain, but the Usos surprisingly ended up winning, because the reason why I picked the New Day is because the Usos already beat the New Day from this past week's SmackDown episode. So I thought, since they already had the momentum, they already lost against them, they were obviously going to probably win tonight. But the Usos ended up recapturing the Tag Team Championship. This was a hell of a match, I gotta say. It was just that good. Definitely recommend checking it out if you haven't had a chance to see it. This is the best of the kickoff, best of the whole show for SummerSlam. One of my personal picks, top favorites. And just like I mentioned, the Miztourage, I don't know if that was the first kickoff show. I think that was probably the first kickoff match of the pay-per-view. And then HBK, my all-time favorite, came out dressed as the guy from KFC, just for, I guess for fun and just for laughs and stuff. But other than that, right after that, immediately, we got right into the show. So here's all the match cards that made it to the match card. Still a shame that New Day and the Usos was just not a part of the pay-per-view. It was just a kickoff show. John Cena and Baron Corbin was the first match of the show. I picked John Cena to win. I knew he was going to win. But I said this in my predictions video. What are they going to do with Baron Corbin now? Now that he's lost the contract for WWE, Money in the Bank, so easily. I don't know. I think that was the dumbest cash in. I thought he was going to honestly cash in tonight. But he just doesn't even have a briefcase. I don't know what they're going to do with him now. And then, what's John Cena's next move? Is he going to be in a title picture now? Next match, Naomi versus Natalya. This was a pretty good match. Surprisingly, well deserved by Natalya. She finally gets the title, and after just being on match after match, all these different shows, and I feel like she deserved this title. So I'm happy for her. No cash in from Carmella. Surprisingly, I thought she would probably cash in, but it seemed like she was too fresh anyway from just watching after the end result of the match, having Naomi tap out to the sharpshooter. So since she's not cashing in tonight, since Carmella didn't cash in at SummerSlam tonight, I'm guessing she's probably going to cash in during a SmackDown Live episode. Maybe even this week's episode, possibly. Probably when you least expect it, when Natalya probably gets a match, or maybe she'll take her out from behind with the briefcase or something like that. Who knows what's going to possibly happen. And Naomi's probably going to get a rematch clause, so she's probably going to invoke it that night on SmackDown, and then maybe she'll cash in. The next match, Big Show and Big Cass. Big Cass won, of course, with Enzo suspended above the ring in a shark cage. Enzo managed to get out, find a way to get out of the cage by oiling himself up to slip out of the shark cage. And then as soon as he comes down, he gets a big boot by Big Cass. And then that was it for him. And then Big Show ends up just getting destroyed by Big Cass. For Big Cass for the win. So I don't know what they're going to do with this angle. Are they going to give him real opponents? Are they going to move on from this feud? I don't know what's going to happen. Are Big Show and Enzo going to break up now? What are they going to do with Enzo? Are they going to put him in another match? Or is he going to continue to sit on the sidelines and just be on the microphone for entertainment? As much as I like him, I would love to see him just compete in some matches. So I just don't even know what they're going to do. Randy Orton versus Rusev. This was the quickest match of the whole pay-per-view. Not even 2 minutes. It's just Rusev comes out and ambushes Randy Orton from behind. And then after a couple beatdowns and punches and all that stuff, one RKO, and then that was it. The bell rings. That was it for the match. Moving on. I don't know what that match was for. Filler match. I feel like he should have been facing the Great Khali. I said this before too. I don't know where Great Khali is. I don't know if he's going to come back on the show, where he is. Is he going to be on this week? Is he going to make an appearance anytime soon? I don't know. Especially after what happened and what transpired after that Punjabi prison match. I just don't know what's going to happen. And Rusev's a good competitor. I don't know what they're going to do with him. It's just so many questions with so many other superstars. I've said this before. I don't know what they're going to do with some of these certain superstars. Are they going to get title matches or something like that? Who knows what's going to happen. Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's Championship. Sasha Banks ended up taking a win here. I'm not even surprised by that one. I'm sure Alexa Bliss is going to get a rematch call, so it might even turn out to be a triple threat. Nia Jax might get back in the picture and turn on Bliss. This was my next favorite match. Finn Balor. I always loved looking forward to seeing the Demon King, Finn Balor, taking on Bray Wyatt. Both superstars are one of my favorites. Both of them are great. And I knew this was a guaranteed win from when he came out as Demon King, because he already lost on Monday Night Raw as just regular Finn Balor, so it just took him to go Demon King to beat Bray Wyatt for this match. The Shield, the reunited Shield, Dean Ambrose, or 2/3 of the Shield, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins taking on Cearo and Sheamus. As predicted, I'm sure everyone knew, the reunited Shield, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins ended up taking the win here for the Raw as the brand new Raw Tag Team Champions. Now, I'm not gonna say nothing yet because it's not the main event yet, and then I'll just give my thoughts afterwards. AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens with Shane McMahon as the special guest referee. I thought it was gonna end up in a double disqualification because Shane got hit by both opponents. Well, he basically got knocked down a couple times throughout the match, but AJ Styles ended up retaining, and I think Kevin Owens is gonna end up blaming Shane McMahon for losing when I guess he didn't really do anything wrong because AJ Styles already had his foot on the rope when he thought the match was already won. So I'm sure that's probably going to turn into some kind of promo or some kind of scenery on SmackDown Live. SmackDown's main event, basically, Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship. I had Shinsuke winning. But the Scene Brothers got involved again, so no surprise. As soon as I saw they were going to be outside the ring to accompany him, I knew they were going to get involved. So Jinder Mahal ended up retaining. I like both of them. He's a good heel, Jinder Mahal. So he's having a good reign, and still he's come so far again from all the losses and just losing every single time. He's bigger now. He's stronger. He's a better competitor, and I think he deserves the push that he's getting. But all that, just having Nakamura beat John Cena and just only to have him lose at the pay-per-view, I don't know. I'm sure he's probably gonna want a rematch, possibly. Had the Scene Brothers banned, and it's something that I've noticed for every single match with Jinder Mahal is that the Scene Brothers always get involved every time. It's just make it seem like he can't win on his own, but he can. But I guess what it's probably going to take is probably going to be someone eliminating the Scene Brothers for good, long enough to have Jinder Mahal by himself. But we thought we had that was going to be the case at the Punjabi prison match. But of course, the Scene Brothers still managed to find a way to get inside the Punjabi prison to interfere against Randy Orton, but then Great Khali. But again, I don't know where he's going to be. So, and maybe Great Khali might come back. And speaking of him, he might end up coming back just to aid Jinder Mahal, maybe, or possibly turn on him. I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm just not shocked that Jinder Mahal retained. Now it's time for the main event. The Fatal 4-Way against Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, and Braun Strowman and Samoa Joe. And my two picks, I thought was going to be Joe and Braun Strowman, but throughout the match, Braun Strowman was dominating Brock Lesnar. Lesnar couldn't even get up. He couldn't even react. He was getting knocked through tables. He got put to 2 tables, and then Braun Strowman throws a table on top of him. Pretty crazy. But Brock Lesnar still managed to find a way to retain his title. I thought he was going to lose. He was guaranteed to lose because he was already going to be set to go against John Jones to get ready for that fight for UFC. I don't even know about that. Do you guys know about it? If he's going to accept the challenge? Did he accept the challenge? Is he going to be fighting him anytime soon? Because I thought he would probably be watching the match, or maybe he could be going to UFC, taking a break from WWE. I don't know if he's going to be on the show tomorrow, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. But a pretty good match. It was looking as if Roman Reigns was going to win again, but I don't know. Joe is still deserving of the title. Braun Strowman is pretty good too, and a pretty good big guy to give a title to. That's in my opinion. But I'm good. I'm cool with Brock Lesnar still retaining the title. But nothing against Roman Reigns. I just feel like he already had his title matches already. Stop giving the same people the title opportunities. Let's get some new people in the spotlight. And now, going back to what I was going to say, for now that Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins won, I wonder if they're going to reunite the Shield, since Roman Reigns has lost the match. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins are the tag team champions now. Now, weren't they the tag champs before, or was it? I can't remember that far back. I know Dean Ambrose was the United States champion, and then I think Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns didn't have a title. I don't think they had any titles, but maybe they could do something with Roman and have them reunite the Shield, make them a tag team, or something like that. But I don't know. He's probably gonna go right back into the title picture, but he was already pinned and beaten by F5 from Brock Lesnar. So what are they going to do? What are the writers going to do with some of these superstars? Orton, Rusev, John Cena, and Baron Corbin, just to name a couple others. And just the other storylines. And I don't know what the next pay-per-view is going to be. But overall, I enjoyed the pay-per-view. But again, New Day and the Usos, no match tops that. Nothing topped that. That was the best match of the whole show. Definitely the most recommended match, I would say. Check that out. I'm sure people will like the Finn Balor match, and then also, I guess, I don't know, some of these matches seem like it went really short, like especially John Cena and Baron Corbin. Some of these matches were really just short. But overall, I love the pay-per-view. Just New Day and Usos gets the MVP match, or the match of the show, I would like to say. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Feel free to comment if you want to, and again, I don't know what. I'm curious to see what they do with these different shows with some of these superstars, the title reigns and stuff like that, and see what they do, and if they really are gonna fully reunite the Shield, and what's gonna happen. Is Brock Lesnar gonna disappear again? Maybe he sustained some injuries from that match, and he's probably gonna have to relinquish the title. Who knows what's gonna happen? But thanks for watching. Comment if you want to, and let me know what you guys thought about the show.